Welcome to my Pokemon Detective Pikachu movie review, spoiler free of course. I feel like today I just took an adventure with my all-time favorite Pokemon, Pikachu from Gen 1. And that's how I think everyone does whenever you get a chance to watch this, or if you're probably not even interested. Well, I'm just going to talk about the movie. And as a Pokemon fan, of course you're going to want to see this movie. Of course you're going to want to check it out, especially if you like Ryan Reynolds. He did really good as the voice actor behind Pikachu. And when I look at the Pokemon from when I first thought about the movie and just seen the pictures, Mr. Mime, Psyduck, it's like these Pokemon don't even look all that good. And to be honest, they looked a little bit on the scary side, and it will give you that creepy feeling. It's like, yeah, nightmares just looking at these Pokemon. But when you watch this movie in full, they're well put together. They did really good, which is putting every different Pokemon that you'll probably encounter. You're not going to see every single Pokemon in existence, but it's not all Gen 1 Pokemon like Pikachu, Charmander, Squirtle that you'll probably remember, the 3 stars, Bulbasaur, and some others that you'll probably get to see from this movie. It's other Pokemon, including outside of the Gen 1 region. All these different Pokemon from the different regions that you'll be able to spot. And as I watched this, I was like, hey, I know that Pokemon. That's Charizard, just for some examples of some Pokemon that you'll probably just to say. It's not really a spoiler, I guess I would say. Hey, that's Charizard. Oh, you already know that's Pikachu. I know that's Apom, that's Mr. Mime, and I know some people have seen some photos already out there. That's Mr. Mime, that's Psyduck, and I'm just gonna stop it there for just naming Pokemon. But you're gonna see all those different Pokemon that you'll recognize from all the different generations, especially no matter wherever you started playing the Pokemon games and where you first started watching the shows on TV, the cartoons, the animated cartoons that they used to show on Cartoon Network, Kids WB, all that stuff. But you're going to see all those different generations of Pokemon that you'll be able to recognize. And as I watched this, I was just like, hey, I recognize that. That's so-and-so. That's him. That's her. And this, that, and the other when it comes to all the Pokemon that you'll be able to encounter and just be able to see in this movie. They're really well done. Better than I thought they were going to probably look like from just when I first saw that they were working on this movie earlier this year. But I really enjoyed this. I gotta just say it. I just felt like I got a chance to go on a mystery case, a mystery adventure to solve a case with Pikachu, and it takes you along the ride. I felt like I was part of it. I feel like I was in a movie. I was looking around for clues myself, just looking around. And what the plot is from this movie, just to really just explain it in a nutshell, is this kid who is the main character. He's looking for his father, and he ends up eventually meeting up with Pikachu, and they partner up to try to find the mystery of, like, where's his father? What happened to him? Is he still alive? Is he still somewhere in the city? Is he somewhere in a different part of the world? Maybe he's in another time zone or something like that, and he's missing worldwide in the city. And there's wanted posters all over the city. There's people from the news talking about him, trying to get his whereabouts. He's like the biggest detective, the popular detective that everyone knows about in the city, and everyone's trying to find out what happened to him. And his son, as you watch this movie, you'll be able to go on an adventure with his son and Pikachu as they pair up and try to find out what exactly happened to his father, if he's still alive, and just all the different clues. You're going to see all those different Pokemon, just like I mentioned earlier before, just like I said. You're going to see all those different Pokemon. And then something else that happens, I'm not even going to get into it because I want you guys to check it out, especially if you love Pokemon. And as a Pokemon fan, you're going to love this. But the Pokemon act different. Not every Pokemon is gonna be friendly. Not every, you see, it's just like the usual. When you play a game and you try to capture the Pokemon, you're gonna encounter wild Pokemon and all that. You're gonna see that. You're gonna see what triggers them. There's a certain thing that happens that triggers them all. It makes them act differently, and I would say hostile towards just randos and strangers and stuff like that. But that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to just get into it too much and say, oh, this is the cause of it. This guy's behind it, behind the cause, and what his motivation and what his plan was for the city in the future. I'm not gonna get into that. And the whole point of him just trying to send Pikachu's special purpose, his special role in this movie. Well, I'm not going to talk about that, but that's basically the plot. He's trying to find his father that's missing, and he pairs up with Pikachu to try to uncover the mysteries and the clues in his father's whereabouts. Basically, that's the whole plot. But gotta check the movie out to find out more, to see what happens, and just all the Pokemon that you're gonna probably end up seeing. You're gonna be interested in this for sure. I definitely recommend it. So if you, the only reason I see someone not watching the movie, if you don't like Pokemon, you never liked Pokemon, you never probably stopped playing the games, you think it's boring, it's not something not for you, it's something that's not for you. This movie isn't for everybody. It's not for just non-Pokemon fans, people who don't like video games or just gaming in general, and just Pokemon as a whole. If you never liked it, you probably wouldn't bother watching this movie. You'd skip it, go watch something else. But if you like Ryan Reynolds in all his movies, you're a huge Ryan Reynolds fan, this is just yet another movie for you, even if you don't know anything about Pokemon. So that's all I got to say. It gets a 5 out of 5 for me. But some other people will probably rate it differently because it's not a movie for them. I love it because I'm a Pokemon fan. Because I love Pikachu, I got to see all these different Pokemon that I remember seeing from playing all these different games from different generations. And it gets me even more excited for other games, for upcoming games, for Generation 8, Pokemon Sword and Shield. So that's all I can really say about the movie. Definitely recommend it to anyone out there looking for something new to watch as a Pokemon fan and also a Ryan Reynolds fan. But let me know what you guys decide to do if you guys are interested in checking this movie out. And if you guys seen it, let me know in the comments of what you guys think.